Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is about Riga, Latvia. But before that, please consider hitting like and subscribe. Let's start our walk by the Freedom Monument in central Riga, which was erected on 18th of November 1945. This 42-meter statue dedicated to Latvians who lost their lives fighting for independence between 1918 and 1920. Now we are moving on to the gardens next to the Latvian National Opera. It is an opera house, an opera company in Riga. The origins of the Latvian National Opera and Ballet stem back to 1782 when the Riga City Theatre, or Muse Building, was opened. In the period of 1860 to 1863, a new Riga City Theatre building was constructed with almost 2,000 seats. The first productions were Friedrich Schiller, Wallenstein Camp, and Ludwig van Beethoven, Fidelio. In 1940, when the Soviet Union occupied Latvia, the name of the theatre was changed to Opera and Ballet Theatre of the Latvian SSR. Under the Nazi Germany occupation 1941-1944, it became the Riga Opera Theatre, only to revert to the name given in 1940 when Soviet troops reoccupied Latvia in 1945. On 24th April 1989, the opera celebrated its 70th anniversary and changed its name back to the one from the interwar period. Now let's move on to the Old Town, or as it's known by the locals, Vats Riga. The Old Town is home to churches like medieval Riga Cathedral and St. Peter's Church, with a towering steeple. Overlooking the river Daugava, the turreted Riga Castle is now the presidential residence, while the ornate red brick house of the Blackheads exhibits artwork and weapons. Narrow stone streets and broad plazas like Dome Square and Levu Square are lined with lively restaurants and pubs. This is a small remain of the old city walls. Small bit of the walls that used to surround the city. However, don't be fooled by the authentic appearance of the wall. They, in fact, are entirely reconstruction from the 1980s. The original walls were destroyed almost completely in the mid-19th century. Interestingly, the original walls were actually destroyed by the people of Riga themselves. This had to do with the walls becoming outdated militarily and with the need for the city to expand and house its rapidly growing population. St. Peter's Church. First mention of the St. Peter's Church in records dating back to 1209. The church was a masonry construction and therefore undamaged by a city fire in Riga that year. The middle section of the church was built during the 13th century, which encompasses the first period. During Second World War, Riga experienced many fires. One of them you can see in this picture. During that time, many objects of cultural heritage were taken from Riga, one of them being bronze candelabrum made in 1596, which was taken to the Polish town of Włocławek. The 310 centimeters high and 378 centimeters wide candelabrum, previously called a standing lantern, was ordered by the City Council of Riga. Only on 1st of March 2012 this piece of the late Renaissance art returned to its ancient home. St. John's Church, seen here, is a circa 13th century church with a dramatic Gothic ceiling, massive pipe organ, and occasional concerts. Old Town, or as it's known, West Riga, is part of UNESCO World Heritage Site, listed as Historic Center of Riga, which also includes most of the surrounding center district. West Riga is the oldest part of the Riga, and even though in its primordial state most of the buildings were made of wood, currently there are a lot of architectural works remaining from the times of Renaissance, Baroque, and medieval times in the middle of the unique and notable buildings in the style of Art Nouveau. The statue of the rooster on the top of the church weighs 158 kilograms, and 140 grams of gold were used to gold plate the statue. Circa 13th century church with a dramatic Gothic ceiling, massive pipe organ, and occasional concerts. Thank you for watching this video. Please consider hitting like and subscribing to this channel. And I'll see you